are you? Today I'm coming to you again from the village. Today I want to show you how complicated an Oshiwambo house is. Like, I have been to a few African countries. I have concluded that we have the most complicated houses, village houses. So I want to show you from the outside how it looks like to build. If somebody says, I am a Vambo, I'm from Namibia and I'm from the village and I have a village house, I want to show you how difficult it is and complicated to come up with Oshiwambo house. All right, so what you see is we have a field, right? The field where we grow our crops. We grow pure millet, we call it mahango, right? So the field where we grow these crops need to be protected. So it needs to be in an enclosed, a fenced off area. All right, so you can see this is our fence. We are at one corner here, so we are at one corner, right? So I'm going to show you so that I also measure how far, how long is this, right? I want to show you an estimated area of our land, right? So we are at one corner and you see its poles, its fences, its mesh. We have put mesh. You can imagine how expensive these things are. So it's poles that we get from the forest. I hope one day I will manage to go to the area where we get these type of poles or wood, whatever. So I'll show you guys. I'll measure with the car how long is this, the length of this land, of this plot. Okay, let's go. We are here, we are starting off. I'm setting this to 0. I know we'll not follow it straight because there are some water wells. Remember in the other video where we were showing you where I used to fetch water as a young child in the village. So there are wells on the way. We'll not go straight, but I'll try to minus that distance from the distance. So let's go. I am at the other end, the other corner now. The car shows it's half kilometers, right? Now, because there are water wells, because we didn't measure it as straight, let me do an estimate, and let me estimate a 0.1. Yes, I can estimate a 0.1 actually. 100 meters. Yeah, I can estimate 100 meters from the diversion, right? So let's say the length is 0.4 kilometers. That's 400 meters, right? Okay, so we're gonna now measure the other end. Okay, we say this is the length, so we're gonna measure the width, right? So we are now measuring the width. We are now at the other end, and my car says 0.2, but you know, because now the car doesn't show the decimals also, but estimating it with just my eyes, this should be a 2.5. Let me say a 2.5, 0.25 kilometers, so 250 meters. Okay, so that is a 250 meters by 400 meters. So get the area of the land that you need to fence, like fence. Okay, okay guys, we have measured the whole land, and we are now at the house. We have been improving this house, so it's not a typical African Vambo house, because we have been modernizing. We have been modernizing it. We are still doing that. It's black tax. It's not a typical Vambo house, typical African village Vambo house, because of those improvements that we have done. But I will just show you how complicated, because I call it complicated because of what I've seen comparing it to other countries. I think we really have the most complicated, with a lot of stuffs, a lot of things. Okay, that's baby Elizabeth there. That's baby Elizabeth. Baby Elizabeth. A typical Vambo house should be made from this. Okay, the poles or the, okay, so that is what should we make our houses from those, right? But due to modernization, and issues of climate change, and we are now understanding how deforestation is bad and how it leads to climate change, and the governments and understand that, and the village people and the communities made aware of that. So there are now rules. You know, we are not supposed, long time ago, could just go in the forest and cut and chop down trees and come make our houses, but now it's kind of restricted. And that is why now, these days, most Vambo houses, if you are privileged enough, we then do bricks or corrugated iron sheets, right? It depends on what you can afford and what you want, right? So we now make bricks and make this boundary wall around the house. You know, other people I've seen in other countries, when you put up a structure a building, for example, they call it a house. For us, we don't call it a house. For us, a house has got a lot of things inside, a lot of huts, a lot of structures inside. That is Oshiwambo house. Okay, so we'll have that. All right, if I'm to estimate, this should be, let's say, 50 meters long. This is the length, and I think this should be 50. It should be a 60 by 50, right? That is the thing. Now this is inside what I have just showed you earlier, right? That is the fence that I was telling you. So that is the fence there, and then here, this is where we grow our pemmelets. This is where you grow our pemmelets, and we have trees. This is a marula tree. We have a lot of palm trees, you know. So there's an area now where we grow our plants. So this is the bamboo house. This is our house. It's not a typical African village bamboo house, like I said, because of modernization, what we are doing. But yeah, let's go. It never used to be like this. Growing up, when I grew up, it was smaller than this, and it was made up of planks or these poles. That is what surrounded everything. So now when you enter inside, place is demarcated. Like we make a lot of sections. It has got a lot of sections. Baby T? A bamboo house has a lot of sections. Right. So, and ours is not really a typical one. There are those ones who really have almost everything and. But for us, as we enter, we have this section. Some of the things, guys, I don't know in English, eh? So when you enter, there's this section where we put fire. So let me just call it a fireplace. I don't know, but in Oshiwambo it's called Oshoto. Okay?
It's where our family gather around.
Yes, like you gather around. Yes, this is like in England, in a modern house, it's the lounge or the living area, right? But for us, it's Oshoto. It's a fireplace. We put fire here, and people can sit around. For us, it's not a typical. For other people, they have different seats, and who sits there. The owner of the house is supposed to sit where. But for us, we just have it. But it's not a typical one. It doesn't have all the things. Okay, so yeah, this is a section. Okay, so as you go, then you enter. You are not in Oshiwambo. You cannot just come inside the house and you see already like the bedrooms where people are sleeping. No, it's closed off, you know. Okay, we have this section. This thing is we call it oshini. This is where we pound. You know, other people have that wooden thing, mortar thing, but for us, it's like this. It's enclosed. We have modernized it. We have built with bricks and so forth, and yeah, that's where we pound. You go inside there and pound your mahangu, your pemmelet, you pound your maize, whatever, your sorghum. Yes. Right. So you see, this is another section. It's closed off. It's closed off. Then you come, you're still there. So this is still, you have structures like this in the house where for shade, maybe people spend time. This is the shade area. People can sit here, spend the day here in the shade. Okay, so sorry guys, I have to do a voiceover because of the noise from the child. So that section where I am is the kitchen, That's a kitchen hut, a traditional hut. I know most African countries have this. So we cook inside there when it's sunny or when it's windy or when it's raining. Yeah, but otherwise, most of the time we cook in the open there because the whole section it's a kitchen. Okay, we have a lot of traditional huts in our houses for different purposes. For this video, I'm not explaining the purpose, but we keep, yeah, it's mostly for keeping a lot of things. That's another traditional hut. And we have another one there. And then we have another one there. The fact this is the problem of these grass things. They go off and we have to replace. And now like this year we didn't have enough rain. So we have no grass to repair this one. Okay? So a lot of them another one here where you're just keeping some things there. Traditional hut. Another one, these are all traditional huts. These are all traditional huts. This is a special one. Here, so this is a special bedroom. Let me just translate it like this, like it's a main bedroom of the house. It's like the main bedroom. So you see there's this, right? It has a section also around it, right? It has a section around it. There's a section around it. It has a section around it. Right? It has a section around it. There's a section around it. It's the main bedroom of the house. Call it onjugo. Like the house must have this main bedroom. So this is where a lot of things happen. Like if people are getting married, for example, they come at this place and all the rituals will be carried out here. Yeah. So yeah, this is the main bedroom. Yeah. So when my parents moved out of this, I remember when I was young, I remember sleeping in this bedroom with my parents. When I was maybe 4, I remember 4 or 5, we were still sleeping here before they built a modern structure. That one. Before they built that modern structure there, we were here. We're here in this main bedroom, and then we moved to the modernized one, to that structure there, right? Now, when I grew up, when I became a teenager, you want your own bedroom. So I moved back here. And this became my bedroom. Okay? That was my bedroom for the longest time. Okay, and then now we have the modern structures. We have the traditional huts, and then we have the modern structures inside the house. We don't call them houses. These are just structures within a house. Okay, these are structures within a house. It's not like this is a house. What is actually in there, it's just the rooms, sleeping rooms. It's not a house. I know in other cultures they'll call it, whose house is that? I've seen people visiting Oshiwambo houses, and when they see these structures, they ask like, whose house is that? Whose house is that? These are not houses, but these are just structures within a house. This is where we keep our pear millet. There is a storage there for pear millet. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for watching our video. Comment
and share our videos. Make sure you give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to that button. Okay, guys, bye. Make sure you watch our videos every single day.